Hey friends, this is E. Hadley Wright, and welcome back to my Plan Your Novel in Notion little series I'm putting together. This is not the only way I organize my book information, my notes, and planning my novels, but it is a useful tool I found, and I just wanted to share my process in Notion in case it helped anyone else. If you have missed the beginning part of the series, there's a playlist on my channel where you can catch up, where we make this database in Notion and also create a template for different styles of scene cards down here below. So if you want to find out how to get to this point, don't forget to watch those to get a little bit caught up. Today, we are going to talk about the different views we can have of our database. We're going to get it to be looking something like this here in a minute. We're going to look at how we can use each of the different views for different parts of our process and to see different information. So stick around if you are interested in that. We're going to go back to our original database and work from scratch here. So the first difference you might have noticed between this screen, it's taken a second to load here, between this screen and this one is what this looks like. So in order to get this to change to that lovely picture, the first thing we need to do is click on our view here where I have named it Scene Cards. We're going to edit the view. And we are going to click on the layout of gallery. And here where it says card preview, we can change this from page content to page cover. Or we can also select none, and that's going to make it significantly smaller, which you may prefer. Actually, in my real scene list, this is kind of an example, a spoiler-free example, mostly spoiler-free. This is based on my real book that I'm working on right now. So if it looks interesting, follow along. Eventually, it will be published. But I don't actually have visuals in my scene list now, but I kind of like this, so I might be working on that. I mean, it is a little bit of procrastination, right? I don't have to have them, but it is kind of inspiring in a different way to have some pictures here. So I want to show you about that. Let's get back to where I was. Edit view here. We're going to go to layout, and we're going to choose a card preview of the cover. Now, nothing is going to show up. You can also change your card size if you'd like, if you want them larger or smaller. I'm just going to leave them for now. You can also choose wrap all content, just so you know. When we get here in a minute, we might want to have that selected. So I'm going to go ahead and select that now. So in order to get something to show up here, we have to go into our scene card, and then we're going to hover up above the title where it says add cover. Now, it's going to default to something. It's going to just choose something, and my internet is not cooperating much at the minute, so it might take here just a second, a long second. But basically, you can change the cover here. You can choose to upload something. So like if you download something from Pinterest, you can save it to your computer and upload it from your computer. If you have a link online, you can also use that. Or they have like this built-in database here, which is of course not going to work right now. But for this, I just typed in letter, and that's how I found that picture from my other scene list. Hopefully my internet kicks in here. That's going to be very disappointing. Yes, so all of these I found in that, what is it called, Unsplash database. So just type in different things that might come up with something you're thinking of, and you can use that. And you can also reposition them if you need to, just as a quick little trick. So that's how I got it to look like this. The other thing is, we'll actually switch over here for now. I have a few things filled in over here, basically the exact same thing we had worked on before. I did add a summary one in here, and I don't remember if in the first video we used the last worked on date or not, but I do have that in here as well. So these are all, should be pretty familiar to you, and I also have all of these down here named a little differently. Oh my gosh, my internet. This is terrible. Okay. Basically, we can pull any of this information into this view here. So if I, again, click on Scene Cards and go to Edit View, we're going to come to this Property Visibility. And you can choose, right now you can see the only thing visible is this name. So all we have is the title. But if we wanted to see, let's see, if I wanted to see whose POV each one of these is under, I can choose POV to also be up there. We can also choose the status, and I might also want to see the timeline or the summary. And if I'm reordering things, I might want to see what order do I have them in. And you can see this kind of shows up wonky. You can put the order here at the very top, not before the title because of the type of view it is. But we can have the order, the POV. Let's do the timeline next. And then, yeah, that looks good. And then I want to, what I didn't do in this one was do the wrap all content. So you can see some of these are just running off the tile. If I click wrap, it's going to not do that. So if you have really long descriptions in your summary, these things can get out of hand really quickly. Just be aware of that. You might not mind it. You know, each project is going to need something different. So totally up to you. But I'm going to click, when I have another signal here, I'm going to click on this compact view, and that's going to truncate some of this information. So it's not all stacked on top of each other. It's actually a little bit easier to see everything. And again, you can color code to make this easier to see as well. Once you've got to click in here, let's change my POV so they're actually different colors. Let's make Annie red. We're going to have Nolan be something totally different, green. Same with the past and present. Let's make the past, oh goodness, you got to come over here. Edit property. We're going to make the present purple, and oh, the past is going to be brown because it's sepia toned. Okay, we'll have something like that. So now we can visually see how many Annie scenes we have and how many Nolan scenes we have. I already know we are very Annie heavy. That's on purpose. Don't worry. Nolan only has a few flashbacks in the book, but they are powerful. So I'm happy with this. Now, the next thing we are going to do is create a story grid, right? So I'm going to start a new one so we can kind of see how to do that. I'm going to use a table view to build a story grid. And we're just going to call this story grid with a period because I don't think I can use it the same exact title. So now this is defaulting to show me literally every single property I have, but I don't necessarily want to see everything in this view. So I might have to actually take some of these things off. Like, for example, I don't want to see the due date here today. I don't want to see the last time I worked on it. I don't even want to see the order, even though I'm going to use it here in just a second. You know, it may or may not want to see the POV or the timeline. Totally up to you. You can reorder these as well. I want all of my subplots to be here at the end. I don't want to see my setting here. I don't care about that at the minute. And my Main Street plotline. Let's do Main Street first. Actually, summary, then Main Street, then romance, then family secrets. I don't actually, let's see. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. Now you can also adjust how much you're seeing here. So I'm going to just scooch these to be shorter, as short as I can. Crap. Okay, now you'll see again we have this run-on problem. So to fix that, I'm just going to click on the header of that column, and we are going to say wrap content. And I'm going to do that on all of these text fields because we can get some run-on there, which is absolutely fine. Okay, so we've got everything wrapped. Now we can see all of the text we've entered here. I'm going to actually hide some more of these. You can always add them back if you want to. You can customize it exactly how you want it to be. I'm going to take away some of these, and we're just going to have the part of story that we're at. We're going to have the summary of the scene. We're going to do each of our plot lines as well. And you can have many subplots here. There's going to be, like if we made these really long, we're going to get a scroll bar here so that we can, look at everything. So don't worry about having too many or anything like that. me get this back, back to a reasonable area. Now you'll notice here, this is the order of my scenes, actually. This is the real order. Actually, it's not, because I apparently messed that up earlier. You can move these around. I can't remember if I demonstrated that on this version of the video. I've had to shoot this many times. It's the first time I'm going through like a screen recording thing, so I apologize. If there's anything that kind of was confusing, just let me know. I can absolutely answer questions in the comments, or make a new video to address anything. But you can see the order here is the order they should be in, but that is not the order that we got it in here. It's actually the opposite or something. So you can come up here, we can filter if we want to, but right now I'm going to use a sort, and I'm going to sort on that order property that we used. I'm going to do it by ascending, and even though I'm not seeing the order property here, to check it, I know now these are in the correct order, the same order that we had on our scene cards over here. So we've got the letter, new idea, inheritance, and so on. And it's my internet that's making it kind of gray out like that. Yours should not do that. I don't know what's going on with my wonky internet today. It's unfortunate timing since I'm filming this video. I'm trying to do all of these back to back to back. So it's kind of crappy, but it's okay. It's okay. So if you've ever heard of the plot grid or story grid outline method, you will see that's what we've just built. Is now we can track each plot line through the entire story. So I only have like 10 scenes here, but you can see like here we have a big gap where we don't have any progress on the main street plot line. So that's something I would look at and be like, okay, well, what else is going on in the story? Like, is there a balance here? Like when you're looking at the full novel at once, you're going to see things like that. Things like that are going to start to jump out at you. You can also design your story from here where it's like, okay, now this next romance beat needs to happen where there's a disaster. So then you add a new scene. You can add a page here, type in romance disaster, and then detail your idea for that romance scene. So you can constantly add more here too. And then if you want to open and add our detail, we can open it from here and add in what order that would be. You might have to go back to the scene cards in order to figure that out. But yeah, you can customize it from here. I'm going to go ahead and delete that back out. So this is our story grid layout. Okay, so if we want to make a Kanban board, I will show you what settings we use for that. So if I click, you would click the plus sign to make a new view, and then you would choose for a layout, the board layout. And these are the settings I have selected currently. Some of these are going to be defaulted, but I said I do want to see the icon. That's this here. We have the title in here as well. I have everything wrapped. I have the columns colored, but you can uncolor them just as easily. Totally up to you. And I do have the page cover as the preview. When we go back, you can choose the properties that you can see here. Right now we've got the title, we've got the due date, the order, we have the POV, the timeline, and the summary. If you don't want to see the summary, get rid of it. If you don't care about the POV or the timeline here, get rid of it. If you don't care about the due date, you can take the due date off. You can also take off the order. Literally all you need is this. You can do anything that's going to be helpful for you. So basically you can see which ones I haven't written at all. This is the one I'm currently writing. Once I'm done, I can move it over here and I can move the next one over. This is what I'm in progress on now. And this is your workflow basically. These are the ones that are finished. This is what you're working on, and these are the ones. So whatever statuses you have set is going to be how many columns you have. And that'll be how this gets organized, unless you decide you want to try. Okay, so let's try. I think I have to go to layout, and then we're going to group this. Let's say this is going to be by POV instead. So you'll see I have 8 scenes that are Annie's POV and only 2 that are for Nolan. That works for my story. It may be something you want to have more balanced in yours. Oops, let's go over here. Edit view. You can also group by timeline. it's going to be the same for me because Nolan is the only one with flashbacks. So it's his scenes that are in the past and hers are all in the present. But that's another view you can make. And you can also make more than one. So this could be the Kanban board with the status. You could do another one with POV board view and name it whatever you want, but you can have the same thing. So we're going to go back and change this back to status. And you can also say, I don't want to see the ones I haven't started yet, or I don't want to see the ones that are already finished. And so you only, you can customize all of that stuff as well. So yes, these are the 3 different views that I think are the most helpful. This one really reminds me of note cards. So if you're a note card person, this might be more intuitive for you. If you are a subplot person that really needs to break down your subplots, this might be the most useful for you. If you're a process-oriented person or action-oriented person, or just want to be able to visually see where you're at on your to-do list as far as which scenes you're working through, this one might be the most helpful for you. Yeah, this is just a duplicate basically of this one. But yeah, I hope this was helpful for you. And if you are interested in seeing how to pull all of these tiles into one document that you can see your whole story basically at once, stick around for the next video. That's going to be my final installment of this little series, How to Plan Your Novel in Notion. And yeah, I hope you found some value in it. If so, I'd love if you gave me a big thumbs up. That's always helpful. And I hope you stick around for the next one. Take care.